So you've tried plus EV sports betting and it just didn't really work for you. Your profits weren't as high as you thought, it took too much time, you lost money, it just wasn't a good experience. Here are 3 reasons why plus EV sports betting didn't work for you and how you can fix it, because this is the best side hustle you can find right now, the best side hustle online, and something that has made me over $40,000 in 2023. So clearly works for me. It can also work for you. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name's Trevor. Today we're going to go over, the 3 main problems that people run into and 3 main issues with plus EV sports betting for a lot of people and how you guys can overcome them, because it does take a little bit of work in the beginning to understand, why you might not necessarily be profitable, in a given week or a given month, and you need to understand the ways to get through that. So I'm going to go over the 3 kind of misconceptions and mistakes that people are making. Okay, before we get into the video, make sure you do like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and definitely check out the VIP Discord. It's linked down below. This is the place where I post all of my plus EV bets, and we've also got 6 other sharp sports bettors in there posting all of theirs. So tons of volume. If you need more volume, which might be a tip here, definitely check out the VIP Discord, link down below, 3-day free trial. Okay, let's get into the tips. First tip here is a bankroll management issue. And I think that a lot of it comes down to you're wagering either too much, your units are too high, you're wagering too much per bet in comparison to your bankroll, right? So your percentage that you're wagering on a given bet or a given parlay is too high, percentage of your bankroll. And so that means that if it is too high, well, you have a couple bad days and you're going to be wiped out, right? And so you want to stick around, right? You want to be here through the bad stretches, so then you can take advantage of the good stretches, right? So this is the main one, bankroll management. First of all, your unit sizes should be between 0.5%. I mean, that's like the average, between 0.25% and 0.75% of your overall bankroll is what your unit sizes should be. If you're just starting out and you have a small bankroll, it might be difficult to go any lower than that. But if you have a sizable bankroll, I would highly recommend you go conservative to start out. Go 0.25% of your bankroll for your unit sizes. So that means that every bet you're not wagering, if your unit size, if your bankroll, is $1,000, you're not wagering more than $5 per bet and per slip, and that means that you can stick around, right? And then the other issue here with bankroll management is that people are putting in, $5,000, $10,000 from their bank account and they have no money left over. And then in a week from now, they need, rent money or groceries or gas or whatever it may be, and they need to pull that money out of their bankroll, and that just eats away at that bankroll, obviously, and it makes it easier for you to just give up because you feel like, well, I'm not making money, right? And I haven't made money the last couple days, and now I'm taking money out of this, and it just kind of all blows up, right? So at the end of the day, manage that bankroll properly. Go conservative. Don't be betting too much. Don't have your unit sizes larger than 0.5% of that bankroll. And make sure you're always gambling with money that you can afford to lose. I don't think that you will lose in the long run, right? Because that's what plus EV betting is. You win in the long run, but you want to make sure that if you are losing a couple days in a row, you're not worried about that money, right? You're not losing sleep, because this is money that you don't need to touch for 6 months. That is always, a rule of thumb that I stick to. Don't need this money for 6 months. Tip number 2 is you're not getting enough volume, right? You might have the OddsJam Plus EV tool, the OddsJam Arbitrage tool, DG Fantasy for your DFS plays, whatever it might be, and you're working a 9-to-5 job, or you're busy with your family or whatever, and you're paying a good amount of money for these tools, and you're just not really seeing much volume, much of an output for your, in every single day with your bets. And that means that you're not necessarily making that much. You might even be losing some money, and you're paying for this software, right? So that is the problem, right? Not enough volume. Well, the main solution here, right, is to obviously join a community, right, and be around people who are looking and searching for plus EV bets as much as possible. And the reason why you want more volume is because if you have, let's say, you only make 20 bets over a week, well, those 20 bets could easily go 3-17, right? Not that hard. Like that's happened to me before, right? But if those 20 bets are just in one day, well, that's a bad day, but you'll come back again tomorrow. But if you only have 20 bets over a week, well, that whole week was just kind of got wasted, right? You want to increase that volume, have as many bets as possible, which goes back to the bankroll management, making sure that you're not wagering too much, right? But you want lots of volume so you're diversifying your bets and you're getting a lot of money down because you want to reduce that variance, right? 3-17 is pretty easy to happen, but when you have a sample size of 1,000 bets, it's much more likely that you're going to be in the green and you're going to be profitable because you've reduced the variance of the volume, right? So anyways, that's the second tip. You didn't get enough volume in there. You're too busy. So join communities, get people to send you slips, right? Send you bets. And if the softwares don't work for you because you're too busy, join a community like the VIP Discord link down below. And I mean, I know I'm shilling my own Discord, but it really does help. Everyone in our community has said that it's completely turned around their sports betting, right? And it makes things a lot easier when you're busy with work and family. And finally, the third reason why plus EV betting just didn't really work for you is because you started to use emotions and they got the best of you. There's really 3 reasons and 3 ways that emotions can get the best of you and make things difficult as a plus EV bettor. Number 1, you start forcing volume, right? You think, I need as much volume as possible, which is totally true. But then you start forcing it, right? You start taking plays that really aren't that plus EV, or they're 0.5% plus EV, and or you think it's plus EV, but you haven't verified, but you just need to get the volume in, so you're going to place it. That is dangerous because now you don't know if the math is really behind you. You start questioning things, and you're really just using emotions in that case. So don't force volume. The second way that emotions get the best of you here is you're just not really sticking to your unit sizes, right? Let's say you start betting, you have a couple bad days, and you either lower your units because you're scared now, or you increase your units because you think you're going to have a good day. You can't be doing that. You need to keep your units at a steady pace. If you want to increase them over time, you can increase them by 5% every week or something. But increasing or decreasing your unit size based on how you're performing, that is emotional betting, and that is a recipe for disaster. And finally, the third reason, why you're using emotions and it's ruining your plus EV betting experience is you are passing on certain bets that you just don't really like, right? You see on the OddsJam Plus EV tool, or I send you a slip in the Discord server, and you think, I don't know, I don't really want to take Steph Curry's under. I don't really want to take Christian McCaffrey's under because I think that he's going to have a good game. Well, again, you're using emotions, right? You're not relying on the math, and that's what we're here for. We're here to rely on math as plus EV bettors, right? So again, you're forcing volume, you're not sticking to your units, and you're passing on certain bets, all of which is because you're using emotions. So to round it all out, plus EV betting is clearly a profitable side hustle, and it's something that it evolves over time, and you get better over time because you understand where you go wrong, right? And how you can optimize things for your schedule, for who you are and what you want, what your goals are, right? And so at the end of the day, being around a community to help you with this is super important. That's why I think that, this YouTube channel is a great resource, and I'm really happy that you guys watched this video all the way to the end. Make sure you do like it if you did enjoy. But to recap, bankroll management is an issue. Want to make sure that you're not wagering too much of a percent of your bankroll, and your bankroll is not too large to where you're scared every day when you're wagering. The second one, not enough volume, right? The variance is super high. You think that you're losing all the time, but you've only placed 10 bets. And finally, emotions got the best of you. You're making tons of mistakes by forcing volume, not sticking to your unit size, and passing on certain bets. All of which can be solved if you just remember that the math is always correct. Rely on math, rely on me, rely on juice bets, rely on the community, and you'll be fine. Have a great holiday season, and we'll see you guys soon.